Ginger Snaps. How are we doing this fun day? I hope your weekend is going as wonderful as mine is, because as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous outside. Um, I want to welcome all the new subscribers. I am so glad to see you all. Welcome to the Ginger Snap fam. I'm really excited to have you guys here. Now, what we're going to be doing today is Fate of the Existence. Fate of Existence, which is, you guys know, is my random wheel challenge. So, I was kind of debating, what are we going to do with her today? Because obviously she's right in the middle of term. She's got all of her classes that she still has to study for. What's something that we can do to make it just a bit harder on her? Why do I want to make it harder? Just to make it interesting. So, a couple of the things that I figured that we could do is decide if we're going to evict her, just her, like her roommates decide, well, you have a nicer room, you're not paying your portion of the rent, we're all working, we're all putting money in, what are you doing? You're not paying your part. Either you start paying or you have to leave. And then if she does end up getting evicted, should I have her stay in a tent near the campus? Do I have her move in with a really old man that she has to stay with? Does she move in just at one of the dorms? That's part of the wheel challenge we're going to do. First things first, though. Who does she woohoo with? Woohoo with who? It's I kind of laughed when I said that because I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds perfect. Because I was also thinking, should we color her hair maybe? Maybe it's time for her to get her hair just redone. Should we make her into a vampire? You know? Maybe that would make it a little more interesting. We'd have to figure out like how to make sure she could get to classes and everything without having to be in the sun. Um, Maybe I'd turn her into a mermaid. Maybe I'd turn her into a warlock or an alien. I mean, this is kind of where I'm going with it. This term is obviously her first term. She just barely had her first party. So I'm thinking first woohoo, maybe second woohoo, we get her prego. So she has a little baby she has to worry about. I mean, kind of a lot of things that we could do with her today, but I do know that it's going to be woohoo with who, and does we'll figure things out for second term. So anyway, before we jump into all that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the wonderful thumbs up, and the notification bell so you guys are notified anytime that I upload any new content. If you guys do have any ideas, comment down below. Tell me what kind of things that you guys would like to see happen or some ideas that you would like to see put on the wheel. All right, let's go ahead and jump into my fate of existence. Okay guys, so here we are. We are back in the random wheel challenge. Now, I had recorded the wheel challenges, but the program shut down on me. So, I just wanted to let you guys know what actually ended up happening. She is going to woohoo with one of her roommates. Next term, which let's see, so we've only got 2 days left in term. Alright, we need to, okay, so she's got those done. We need to do, is that me and the conquering the page is what we need to do. Oh, look, here's Gustavo. So I was kind of thinking maybe Gustavo would be the one that we end up maybe woo-hooing with for the first time. And honestly, I think that the perfect person for Ayla to get with, I'm thinking anyway, the perfect person is Julien. Just because Julien really is like the complete opposite of her. So I honestly think that he would be perfect. Maybe they get drunk or something and end up having to. They end up woohooing in here in Ayla's room or something, you know. I'm also thinking that they're getting kind of mad at Ayla because she isn't paying rent, really. She's I mean, she's trying, I guess, but not as much as everybody else is, just because she is in school. Um, so she really isn't working too hard, I guess is the right way to put it. I mean, she's painting and things, but she's not doing much. So let's see, she has class in 6 hours there and class in 8 hours there. We do want to make sure that she actually makes it to class on time because heaven knows she keeps forgetting that she has to get to school on time. Ayla, sweetie, come on. It's time to get up and then I want you to come. Now, can you serve breakfast? Maybe like a fruit salad? She's not tense. Come on. Ayla's not tense. But I think that, I honestly think like Macy would be like, so Ayla, let's pause for just a second. Ayla would be saying, good morning, how are you? She's just gonna say, hey, good morning, how are you? So, we need to talk, about what? She says. And that's when, why don't you come over here and empty that when you're done eating? You are not helping out with any of the bills. You're not helping out with the bills. I mean, you really are a good friend and everything, but you just are not pitching in with any of the bills like you should be. We're all working now. I know you're in school, but that doesn't excuse you from not paying your part of the rent or your part of the bills. You do cook for us every once in a while, but I think it's time that you help us out a little bit more. And so Ayla's kind of thinking, what am I gonna do? You know, they're saying that I'm not pitching in enough and that I'm not doing enough, and I don't know what more they want me to do. I'm trying to pay all my bills like I'm supposed to. You know, I, I do what I'm supposed to do. Why is it that everybody thinks that I'm not doing enough? I've got so much to do with school. And then I think, Julien, what are you doing? Oh, see, Julian's going to empty the trash. And when he comes back in, I'm going to have him come and have a deep conversation with her. Like, say, you know, don't worry about her. She's just... Alright, so here we go. Julian's just kind of like, you know, don't worry about her. You know, you do a lot of things. She doesn't understand how hard it is to try and be in school full time. And, you know, you are working hard. Don't pay her any mind. She's just in a rotten mood and taking it out on you, which isn't fair. Then why don't you give her a heartfelt compliment? Maybe brighten her day a little bit. And she's like, I wanted to thank you for everything. You really made me feel better about myself. And I'll figure out some way to help you guys out with bills, just because you guys are helping me out without having to worry about living on campus. Like, I can live here and it's saving me just a little bit of money. So I want to thank you for doing this for me. And let's see. Oh, Ayla's class starts in an hour. Okay, Ayla, I think it's about time for you to go to school, so I'm going to have you go to the bathroom, and then we're going to be off to school. Okay, there's the bills, and we don't even have enough for them right now. Julien, what's the matter with you? Oh, no! Are you baby hungry? Weird tummy ache. Yay! Odd got promoted to a wordsmith. Oh, girl. He has an upset tummy. I don't think he's pregnant, is he? You need to work on your homework. Okay, you need to do the homework for this class. You need to do the homework for this class. Wait a minute, what's this? Study for this and study this. Maybe Julien could come and like discuss some interests with her. We'll turn this off. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, why I don't think he's pregnant, but I'm not too sure now. It must be something he ate. Like, he's starting to kind of look pregnant there, isn't he? Especially because it's got the little thing. Okay, so Ayla reached writing level 4. What are you doing, Gus? I don't care how tired you are. Clean up after yourself. You know what? Fine. Go ahead and go to sleep. I'll have Ayla do it in just a bit. Okay, so she's just sitting here talking with Julien, you know, telling him, yes, reach charisma level. I'm starting to wonder, you guys, if he is pregnant, because if I remember correctly... I mean, I'm kind of wondering if... complain about problems. I think she would say, you know, so far so many people have just told me that I'm not doing enough. I don't know what they expect me to do. I'm working my absolute hardest, but I've got 4 classes I have to study for, and nobody's listening to me. Like, this is actually not their house. It's actually Odd's house. Okay? Odd's house, no one else's. This is Odd's. Oh no, Julien. Julien's pregnant, you guys. He is pregnant. I think he got pregnant by the aliens. Promoted to technician. So see there, Macy got promoted. And I think she's even more mad. I think she's going to come in here and she's going to complain about all the dirty dishes and why Ayla hasn't cleaned them up, even though we know this one's Gustavo's and this one's Julien's. They're not Ayla's at all, but we're just going to say that she automatically thinks that those are hers. What are you doing? Come over here and complain. I want you to complain. I want you to vent. I want you to be angry at her because, according to you, Ayla isn't working enough. I want you to get mad at her, complain about the bills. Say, I want you to argue about jobs. Okay? She's like, you're not going to believe what's happened to me today. I have done anything and everything I can do to get everything done. And okay. So, bills. You're not helping with bills. She's like, you know what? I am doing anything and everything that I can, and all you seem to do is not really necessarily care about it. Yeah, but you know what? I'm working my butt off. You're not helping at all with the job. I'm not helping with the job. I'm going to school to get a better job. You have got to be kidding me that you're arguing with me about this. Going to school? That doesn't mean anything. You need to start helping out with bills. You're not doing anything. Just argue with her for a few minutes. Just say, you're not helping out with bills, you're not getting a job, you're not doing anything. And instead of trying to help us pay the bills, you're buying things that don't need to be purchased. And it's ridiculous. You need to stop. All you do is sit on the computer when you're not studying for so-called school. How do we know that you're in school? Far as we know, you could be out goofing off and messing around. She's like, but you're still not working. I know people that go to school and work. And there's no reason that you can't do it too. Help us out a little bit. The bills are due and you haven't put hardly half of the money in. All you do is make a mess. I mean, look at the kitchen. You left some plates on the table. You don't do anything except for have a party. Those plates were not mine. And I'm not going to take the blame for them if I'm not the one that did that. I clean up my mess. You don't clean up your mess. See, she's an argument. She has had it. She says if you don't start helping, you can just get out. What she doesn't realize, though, is lots of the money that is in the account is not just hers. Ayla got let me explain a little bit. Ayla does put money in from her schooling. She does do it. It's not like she doesn't, because she does. She does put money in towards the bills. Gus, why don't you get up? Why don't you come and sit out here and talk to Macy for a little while. Try to calm her down. Say, what's wrong, baby girl? Why are you so upset? Ayla, why don't you come and repair that? just to make a proof that you're doing something. So, honey, I am just, I'm really, really upset. You know, she hasn't helped with anything, and I don't know what else to do to get her attention on getting her to listen to me. She left her plates here and everything, and she just doesn't care. And that's when he's gonna say, honey, she wasn't the one that did those plates. It was actually, one of them was mine, and she actually picked them up after me. The other one was Julien's. But he would say, you know, sweetie, you need to stop being so mean. It's obviously not her that's doing it. She's doing her absolute best on things that she needs to do. She is in school, you know, you do need to give her a break. Okay, so here's Odd. Odd is up. He's like, hey gang, what's up? And that's when she would say, you know what the problem with Martians? They come here to take over, and yet we're the ones that have to bend over backwards for them. Ayla, why don't you tell Odd about, why don't you complain, say, you know, she is yelling at me about the bills. She's saying I'm not putting my part of the money in even though I'm not working. And whatever I get a little bit of money, I always pay my share. I give you the money, don't I? And that's when he would say, yes, of course. Yes, you do. He's like, honey, don't worry. You have been cleaning up after yourself. You have paid what you're supposed to do. And I think that's when he would tell Macy. He would just flat out talk to her. He would say, you know, we need to talk. So how was your day? And that's when she says, oh, it was awful. You know, I'm getting really sick and tired of Ayla not paying for her share. We're having to pick up the slack. And that's when he says, you know what? She is paying her part. She gave me all of her rent that she needed to pay. She's paid more than you have. And that's when Macy's like, now that's impossible. There is no way that she's not working, that she could pay more than I have when I made all the money. So I think that's when she would say, you know, all right, fine. But I think you need to know that if it came down to it, I would leave if that's what it came to. Because I'm under so much stress because of Ayla. She's like, well, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. And I'm like, okay. Well, have a good night. We'll see you later. Gotta get to school, dear. You're going in your PJs, but that's okay. And I actually think that this is where she would actually tell Odd that she's not gonna live here anymore. She's gonna go and she's gonna move out just because she's paid her way all this time and nobody has given her credit except for Julien. Julien has given her credit for the things that she has done, and she's really super upset that Macy thinks that she's in charge of the house when it's actually Odd's house. And Odd is the one that invited her to come and stay and help with bills and things, and she does not like how she's being treated. I don't know what she's gonna do quite yet. I mean, she's supposed to be going to stay with an elderly person. I'm gonna go give my final presentation, and when I'm done with classes, I'm for the new term. I am gonna find some place else to stay because that's obviously what the wheel said. We are gonna build it over in Brychester. I'm thinking that it's probably gonna be right here, and I will come back when I'm all finished with that. Okay, guys? All right. Okay, guys, so here we are back, and here are our final grades. So interpreting the word is a B, conquering the page is a C, because I didn't realize that we had to write a term paper. Setting the scene is an A plus, though, and is that me drawing from life is a C plus. So term GPA is a B. You guys, it's a B. I'm okay with a B, especially for 4 classes. Like, I think she did pretty good. Okay, it's time to sign up for classes at Foxbury. If you do not sign up for another term, you can do so when you are ready on the phone or computer. However, if you do not sign up now, you lose any current scholarships. So you know what? We are going to sign up for another term. Obviously, language and literature. We've got to do our thing here. 1 class, 2 classes, 3 classes, or 4 classes. Okay? So, oh my goodness, just 1 class. Okay, so we'll do 1 class here, language and literature, and we'll do beyond cooking. I think that that's a good idea. Now, we are going to move out of current lot. Okay. Oh, look at this. We got 2 scholarships and it paid for both classes. Cool. Well, that works. Well, we are going to take half of that, so that's $1,113. Okay, so let's kind of, I'm going to have her go ahead and move in with the old geezer over there in Glimmerbrook. I honestly think that that would be a good idea. So let's jump over to Brychester, and we are going to come and live with Baggett. We are going to move in with him. So that will work. Now, this is the home here, okay? This is good. I think this is really good for her, honestly, you guys. So I think what I'm going to have her do is just go ahead and do her homework for finding a time, and then also do the homework for Beyond Cooking Goopy Carbonara, which is obviously cooking, okay? She never did get the chance to woohoo with one of her roommates. So that is something that we are going to have to do, you guys. We have to do our first woohoo with one of our roommates. I'm thinking maybe she might call Julien over. Her job and what she has to do is clean it up because this old geezer has been living here. He's just got a bunch of just junk everywhere. I mean, there's tires everywhere you can see. There's a couple old junk cars, some toxic waste. I mean, there is just a lot of garbage. So I think every month maybe I'll have her come and clean up some of his stuff. You know what I mean? Why don't you go ahead and study then? University coursework. Why don't you study cooking? Oh, good. She's getting that cooking level up. I want it to be at least a level 5, and the other one is a level 5 as well. She obviously, that fight really bothered her with Macy. You know, she's really upset with Macy that, you know, Aaliyah's always paid her way. She has always found a way to pay the bills to make sure everything was done correctly. And the fact that they never did see her do that, you can see their friendship is really rocky. Really rocky, which is really sad because Macy was one of her best friends, just like Odd. Odd is her best friend. Why don't you go up to Why don't you go up to Will? Embrace him. Give him a hug. Oh my! That was out of nowhere, wasn't it?
Oh, Shusha.
Ask him to be your boyfriend, honey.
Naya floof.
Fuma Yibs.
Pinkuba Koiba?
Okay, they are now boyfriend and girlfriend, guys.
Eximta.
Express admiration.
Drixto. Cornabia.
Alright, we are going to try again with Julien. You're going to invite him over to the current lot because that's what we're doing. So we'll see if I can get him to do this, okay? I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. Okay. You are going to discuss some interests. Oh my. He peed in the bush. Now I'm not sure she can actually... Alright. He's over here now. So maybe... if we compliment his appearance, it doesn't look like he's pregnant anymore. So, see? He's not pregnant anymore. Okay, so see, he's flirty now. So, why don't we do another romance of compliment his appearance again. Discuss some interests. Exchange numbers. You'll be okay.
Moscalba. Miserb. Oh. Yumba hey. Yumbala. Izzy.
Bon and Gravi? Oh, Yibs. Ulak Zerb. Zombas. Oh, Ulak. Yemful Apollo Chaba.
Exchange numbers. Oh my gosh, don't mind my landlord. He's showering in the rain. I can't.
Oh. So.
He's like, wow, your landlord is, interesting. Do a first kiss.
Yeah, through ya.
First kiss, first kiss, first kiss.
Fonobe.
First kiss.
Orphan. Kabura.
Okay, so we've made our first kiss. We'll do another one. And then let's see if we can... Alright. Try for Bie Bie in the bush.
Untrip Neebso. Thepit Mom. Zapade.
We also
like
want to
Bema.
in the bush too.
Payun.
Romance.
Zorpal.
If it doesn't count, we'll just woohoo in the bush. Okay, there we go. And then afterwards, I'll just have her and go to sleep. Okay, so there she is. Pause. She's finally getting her woohoo in the bush, you guys. This is what we've been waiting for. That's what she wanted. She was supposed to woohoo with one of her roommates. And here it is. Woohoo she did. Oh, wow. Well, just woohoo then. And then you're hungry and you're tired, so I think what I'll do is I'll have you come in and take a nap after you woohoo, because obviously you gotta woohoo first.
Sure knew.
You see the birds fly out? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, after she's done, I'm gonna have her like take a nap and grab some leftovers. I kind of want her to do her homework because much homework is due. Okay, so beyond cooking is actually done already. That's good. Class in 5 days. Okay, so there's only 5 days left, you guys. We have got to make sure they begin May. Oh. Okay, well, she woohooed in the bush. Why don't you give him a kiss? How did they do? Okay. Alright, that's good. Come in and go to sleep. When you get up, I'll have you grab some leftovers. Okay, guys, so this is where we are gonna stop. So she has kissed and woohooed with Julien now. Now remember, her boyfriend is still the professor.
Piff of the zoo. Neeb.
So we'll have to see. It might be that she gets married with one person
Piff of the
and
zoo.
Habaret.
doesn't with
Sabah habaret.
another.
Noomfra.
I mean, no one ever knows, right? So, anyway, she's heading to bed. He's heading home. And this is where we're going to end it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to comment any ideas that you would like to see on the wheel down below so that I can add them. And I will see you guys in the next one. Namaste.